Hey, welcome back to the channel. I have some really great news and it's coming right up. So I entered a contest a couple weeks ago for a Game of Thrones sigil rework or like redesign, and a sigil is just basically the house emblem or like a coat of arms, kind of a symbol. And so it's really cool. It's right up my alley. I love logo design, and so I thought this would be a great challenge just to kind of get my creativity flowing. And it turns out I actually did way better than I thought I would as far as the contest goes. And I went from being in the top 80 or so, making it to the top 50, and then I found out yesterday I made it to the top 5. I'm completely blown away, and I did not expect this at all. So here's the mark that I ended up creating, and I just wanted to show you kind of the breakdown of my process. Since I'm not actually familiar with Game of Thrones, I've never even seen an episode, I had to go in and do some research to figure out what it's about, what are the houses that were represented, and I started speaking with a friend of my sister's who is a Game of Thrones fan, and she helped lead me to the House of Tully, saying that it was probably a good one to try and represent since it's not going to be as popular. And I also noticed that it was a fish as their sigil, and so that was going to be a pretty good challenge for me to try and make it a little bit more fierce, to try and match with the overall tones of the Game of Thrones. So I went in and started looking at pictures of fish, trying to figure out what is it about fish that is either iconic or interesting or maybe fierce. Eventually I figured out that the dorsal fin is a pretty interesting shape and it's got some really cool lines in it, and so I started to play with that, and also including the lines of the water that was in the original sigil, and that's kind of how this whole mark was born. Using my sketch for a reference, I took it into Illustrator and started doing the line work and tried to make it as smooth as possible, and then I incorporated it into the shield that was part of the contest. So here's the finished product. So the way that this contest works, it's back to the top 5, and they've opened the voting back to the public so that you can just go in and make your claim which logo or sigil you think is the best. And so I would encourage you, if you get there in time, to go ahead and check out the link in the description below and go vote for whoever you think has the coolest logo or best represents their house if you're a Game of Thrones fan. So your challenge for this video is to do something that you'd really like to do, but you've always been kind of hesitant about really committing to it. Even if you don't do as well as you'd hope or whatever, just go do it for the sake of building that integrity to yourself and proving to yourself that you can set a goal and just go smash it. So let me know in the comments below if you're going to commit to something finally and go out there and just grab it, take those dreams and make them reality. And we will see you on the next video. Thanks so much for watching.